Hello, this video is about rape as a social construct. I read on the internet recently that in American schools, and maybe elsewhere, I don't know, but in American schools anyway, children are being taught that rape is a social construct, that everyone has their own point of view, and that no one's point of view is more valid than anybody else's. I don't, if this is true, if this is what children are being taught, first of all, it's illegal, and it makes a mockery of the fact that we have laws, because it's anarchic. It's also probably being taught by Satanists, because they're anti-law, God, anti-order. They're like chaos rather than order, and things like that. Their motto is "do as you will," basically. Do what you like, rather than treat other people nicely, like you wish they'd treat you nicely. It's also animalistic, so it's degrading. It's selfish, so it's not a social construct, because selfishness isn't social, it's individual. And it's therefore invalid as a social construct. I suppose the argument would be that that people who don't want rape would make up some kind of social reason about why it's wrong, and that their point of view would be no more valid than the rapists. But the thing about the social thing is that when you have a society, the thing about the social point of view is that when you have a society, the people in it decide together how they want to live, and that has a consent issue, and that's what gives it validity. Validity comes from morality, obviously, but also from the fact that some societies are willing to allow some behaviours, to allow various prescribed behaviours. So, in terms of consent, that society is giving validity in democratic terms to, in constitutional terms and so on, to certain prescribed behaviours, and one proscribed behaviour is rape. Rape is not allowed anywhere in any society in the world. So calling it a point of view is just mad, really. I mean, a dog has a point of view, the point of view of a dog, which is fine. But, if a dog or wild dog or wolf or big cat eats something, then that's fine from its point of view, but it does make it a predator. When you act on something without consent, you're a predator. You're trying to get something without consent. That's preying on someone. So these predatory types, are really, in behavioural terms, another species. They are apart from the agreed humanity, agreed behaviour of humanity, and are preying on it. So really, in behavioural terms, they've already speciated. I would say that they should be regarded as dangers that are speciating in a dangerous manner and be eradicated. I know people say there's a social influence, but the genes involved in rape have already been found, and I would say get rid of most of them. One is testosterone, the gene for testosterone, which makes males and is also involved with women as well, so you couldn't really get rid of that. But there might be some you could get rid of harmlessly, quite harmlessly. And to the body as a whole, the human social body as a whole, and I would say get rid of them. Deselect them as embryos. Pay for it on the state, and parents may well choose not to have a rapist child. I would choose not to have a rapist child because I'm not a rapist. I think all those making arguments in favour of allowing rapists to survive may well be rapists themselves and not admitting it because they want their point of view to be seen as rational. That's a rational point of view. And so I think that those who defend the right of rapists to exist should be listened to with a pinch of salt, so to speak. In other words, with a measure of scepticism rather than just treating their opinions as reasonable, because I think they may have vested interests, i.e. they may be rapists themselves, as I said. Anyway, so the point is, if you do think that abusive behaviour is a point of view, then you're not being independently moral. For example, morality would dictate that you cannot harm another person, including by violating their sanctities, their sovereignty. You cannot violate another person's sovereignty and defend that action. It's just not possible. So that is independently unacceptable. It's socially unacceptable because it's undemocratic, against the will of the people, and non-constitutional and so on. And so it's basically the point of view of an animal, an attacker, a predator, not inside the human race any longer, who should be eliminated, in my opinion, with embryonic deselection, where people agree to that. Eventually it would be eradicated. Okay, thanks for watching, bye.